Good evening and welcome to Sew With Me. This is the first episode, so if you're looking to see, I don't know, where I started, this is it. Season 1, Episode 1. So, what we're going to sew tonight is wonderful W4 sheets. I am not a trained seamstress. I am just a run-of-the-mill person whose mom taught her how to do basic sewing, hemming, make a skirt, make a pillow, and I didn't really take to a whole lot more than that. My mom can make a beautiful little, what is it? Like an autograph quilt. She's made plenty of those. Not my thing, not enough results fast enough, and I don't have the patience for it. I'm not a patient person, although a lot of people will tell me I have the patience of the saint. So I will add in the description box, I will add the directions, or not the directions, I will add the formula so that you can tailor this to whatever mattress you have, whether it be a Wonderful Wagon mattress, whether it be a pack and play mattress. I know I've had various brands and they're not all the same size, they're not all Graco size, and most of the sheets that you buy in a store shrink down after a few washes and you're left with them pulling your mattress up. That's not safe for baby, let's face it. So first I cut my fabric into a rectangle. My rectangle was 39.5 inches by 27 inches. Yes, sir.
Stole my bracelet that I got from Grandma.
Okay, we'll take care of it tomorrow, tonight. If it's not life and death, go to sleep. It's well past their bedtime. Anyway, yes, 39.5 inches by 27 inches. That's the size for a W4 wagon. This will also easily accommodate if you have put a rug, like a bath mat, a memory foam bath mat that's like usually about, I don't know, ½ inch thick, quarter inch thick, centimeter thick, whatever that is. Anyway, it will easily accommodate those without looking weird. It'll be a little bit tighter fit, but it won't mess with anything. It'll still stay on very securely. Then I cut out, let's see, 3.5 inch corners, 3.5 inch by 3.5 inch squares out of each corner of my rectangle. And this one is the next one I'm going to make. So I'm not going to, oh, well, I'll show you one. So you're going to take that, fold it pretty side together, and you're going to sew this edge from here to here, or the other way around. Now, I have a serger, and serging holds a little bit better, especially when we're talking about something that's going to be having kids walk all over it, climbing in and out of the wagon. If you're watching this and you have kids, you know exactly what I am talking about. So I'm going to turn off my blade here, because I already cut it. I don't need to cut anymore. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just straight lines. That's what I sew. Just straight lines. If I can do it, anyone can. All you have to do is learn how to thread a sewing machine. The sewing machine will do the rest for you. If you're using a regular sewing machine, you can do a straight stitch, you can do a zigzag stitch along this edge. Just leave a little bit, like a 1/4 inch to an 1/8 inch, depending on your skill level. Or if you are really new, just don't even think about it. Just put this edge of the fabric at the edge of the presser foot. Now see what a presser foot is. This is a presser foot. So if you put the edge of the fabric right, line it up with this, you'll get a nice straight line, and then let the sewing machine just do its thing. You'll have plenty of room. It'll be perfectly fine. And you need to make sure and backstitch. You'll just have to find a tutorial for that. Sewing 101. Singer has some great tutorials on their channel. Just search for them. You will find them. I'm going to go about the length of this elastic plus a little bit. I want most of the elastic on the long side of my sheet. Measure there. I'm just doing probably about an inch from the corner. See my corner? I'm doing about an inch from there, lining it up with the edge, and I'm just going to place this in my serger. Now this is super easy with a serger. It's a little bit harder with a sewing machine, but it's definitely doable for anyone. I'm going to place it there. I'm going to start off a little bit, but once I've grabbed onto that elastic with the needle, I'm going to pull the elastic. Let me show you here. And pull this elastic in, still line it up, and I'm going to pull it along the edge. The reason being that this will shrivel up and pull the fabric tight with it. And then we'll go over to the other sewing machine where I'll do the hemming. So I'm just going to do that. Let's see, I'm not experienced at all. Anyway, I didn't start this tutorial with the intent of I'm going to talk about sewing today. So today is Wednesday. We had a good day today, although it started out a little rough. Now I have some trimming to do because my edges didn't line up. So I'm going to turn my blade back on. If you have edges to fix, do that. Do that by all means. Don't worry about what I'm doing. It's just a rule of thumb. There's no, I'm a novice. I really am. Anyway, the reason for pulling this to full stretch is it'll allow that stretch in the fabric. Whether you're using, what I'm using is PUL, polyurethane laminated fabric. It is waterproof, or water resistant at least. So that will be very helpful for keeping the wagon mattress clean, especially since you can't wash the W4 wagon mattress cover, or the mattress fabric. As far as I know, I haven't found a way to, unless I literally take it apart. So I'm not doing that. That would void my warranty, and I'm not doing it. I'm also coincidentally, keep adjusting, serging the edge shut that was unfinished on this. It will help out a little bit with the longevity of the sheet. At least that's what I'm guessing. Like I said, I'm a novice. Okay. I'm getting nervous with this blade up close to my finger. So I'm just gonna take this, snip it off, and so a little bit, I turn the blade off so don't cut my finger, and sew a little bit further, and then just kind of let it go. Okay, now it's called chain off. You just keep sewing past the fabric. That's what you can do with a serger that you can't do with a sewing machine. With a sewing machine, you're just gonna back stitch a couple stitches. My sewing machine has a back stitch setting, and then you have this. You could leave it at this with this fabric, or with a jersey fabric. A jersey is a stretchy t-shirt type material. So this is a jersey, and this has some stretch to it. It's a t-shirt material. This material, technically you can cut it. It might curl a little bit, but it's gonna be perfectly fine. That would be the end of your sewing if you don't mind having an unfinished edge. Now I am making these as a gift to my sister-in-law. So I'm gonna make a finished edge. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna start this. About here. I'm gonna keep going around all 4 edges. Otherwise, now. So now to normal life, just whatever. We have a huge garden this year. It's our first time having a very large garden. But we are loving getting the produce. It's so encouraging for the kids to see the fruit of their labors. So they are getting into gardening as well. I am so excited to make jalapeno jelly, hopefully tomorrow, for the first time ever. I am a novice canner. I am a novice at a lot of things. Just not having kids. I have 7. I'm an intermediate there. Anyway. But we are definitely enjoying having a garden this year and seeing everything grow and have the fruits of our labor. It's just so rewarding. The little fruits of our labor. We've been enjoying a lot of cucumbers. Cucumbers are really doing well this year for us. I'm just going to go ahead and snip this off. I'm not like turning on off the edge there. Anyway, we've been eating and enjoying them. Oh my word. Homegrown cucumbers. Oh. And the picking cucumbers, they taste like watermelon almost. It's insane how good they taste. But we're definitely enjoying that this year. Got another child that's gonna try something. Go to bed. It does not shine directly into your room. And close your eyes. Yeah, close your eyes. Then you'll be fine. He's literally around the corner. Anyway. One of these days I'll do a house tour. This is something I'd like to do if I get my house all minimized. I'd like to make these and possibly sell them. Mostly making sheets and selling them for the W4, W2s. They're making sets with seats, but they're making a literal sleeve for the for the mattress protector. And it's really just a sheet. It's not, there's no waterproof anything. So I would love to make these and actually do, like, make money off of a hobby. That would be awesome. My mom has been encouraging me for a few years now to start vlogging. So I'm working on it. This is from my mom. She thinks that people would like to watch it and that I have something to contribute. So thanks to my mom for being my cheerleader. We have, if you haven't watched any of my other videos and you're not interested in listening to me ramble just while I'm watching, or while I'm folding diapers, a decloth diaper. If you're not interested in watching me ramble while I cloth diaper, then here's our basic facts. We have 12 sheep going on 9. We have butchering scheduled for December sometime. We they are a meat breed. They are not a wool breed. So we don't shear them. We will not get wool from them. The only thing they're there for is meat. Although I read this spring that they have ample milk supply, so we could technically milk them. We have 7 kids, 3 girls and 4 boys. I'm a homeschooling mom. Now we're going to go over to the other sewing machine, so I gotta clear off the plates. This is my other project that I was working on tonight, but the kids were helping me very joyously and they were contributing to it, so I'm going to leave that for now. I have about a bazillion projects going right now. Isn't that just how it goes? So, I'm going to change out my thread. It didn't matter on the other one, but I don't think that black will look terribly nice. So, I'm going to change this out. And now, of course, the thing I put down needs to be picked or put up. I do try to organize things, but you can't organize clutter, as my lady would say. So I'm also trying to declutter. I am newly renewed minimizing. Let's see. Yellow would be fun and green would be fun. Let's do that. Yellow and green thread. Just for fun. I actually did some sewing for my sister-in-law. Another sister-in-law. I have plenty of sisters-in-law. But I did some sewing on a dress. Some alterations. And that was pretty fun. And challenging. Is probably the most intricate project I've ever done. Everything else is just straight seams. This was like the weight of an entire wedding hanging on my shoulders, and it wasn't my wedding. But it worked out great. It turned out great. So I'm glad that that worked out. All right. So, I will show you how to thread my sewing machine. This is a Singer Quantum Stylist Touch. In case you were wondering and wanted to get one, or I don't know, I'll put a shout out to it in the description so that people who want to learn how to thread it now. I had a slight issue with attention, and I called customer service, and the elderly lady said, floss it. I haven't had a single problem since. So, there's how to thread it through the top. Floss it. If you're having problems, floss it. If you're looking for a good sewing machine, this is one. If you want a sewing machine that is basic, probably I'm a Singer for life person. I'm a Singer gal. But if you want one that's really good, that will do the basics for you, get an old one. Find one at Goodwill. They shouldn't be too expensive. They'll do everything you need, and they will last. If my mom didn't need hers, I would totally take hers. But she does use hers. Now, I'm cheating. I have a presser foot that has a little attachment that will give me a hem. This is just big enough to fit the elastic through, although it's not comfortable, it's not easy, and it likes to snag sometimes, but I'm going to start out with this as my gauge for my hem, but it's a 4/8 rolled hem, 4/8 inch rolled hem. That's what it says on the thing. I don't know. It measures out to 1/4 inch. And I have 1/8 inch elastic. But you can use whatever width of elastic you want. You can make your hem a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. It's not rocket science. You don't have to, it's not science at all. You just have to kind of get a hem. Now this presser foot will give me a nice finished edge. It'll look very professional even though I am a novice. I will try to add a link for an Amazon link for it in the description box. But if not, if I can't find it, if I can't get it, just search for rolled hem foot and you'll find a ton on Amazon. I really like these off-brand ones, so. Oops. I'm going to go back and select just a straight stitch and have it back stitch for me. Now this is a setting right here. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe if I turn the light on. Here, I'll go turn the light on for you. We have zone lighting in here. So, okay. Nope, still can't see it. Anyway, there's a setting, there's a button to push. If you don't have it, you just start stitching and push the back button or push the back lever. That'll be right about here on a non-digital sewing machine. Just push it down or push the back button and then let go of it for a couple stitches. Push it back a couple stitches, So forward, back, forward, and then continue forward. And you'll be good. So. I'm not sure that did the back stitch properly because I started before I changed my stitch. So I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to move this over. Go up. There we go. And start over. Now I have my stitch at the very edge of that rolled hem. Anyway, my best friend had this PUL and she gave it to me. She found a bolt of it and she needed it for a project, and she got it for low price, and she was like, "Oh, you're making things out of PUL? Here, have my PUL that I used for one project and I'm not using it." So if she ever gets a wagon, I'm making her sheets out of this. But these current ones are for my sister-in-law. Okay, now before I get too far, I'm almost to that stretchy edge. I'm going to take this presser foot off, just because I have a hard time with getting the serger stitching through it. And now I already have my size to gauge. I have that roll already started, so it's not a big deal to do that. Anyway, I'm gonna do that and then pull it taut, because a straight stitch does not allow for any stretch. So I'm doing a straight stitch because it looks finished, especially for a hem. It looks very nice and finished. So I'm going to do a straight stitch, but I'm stretching it as far as it'll go. Now if you had done this on the regular sewing machine to begin with, you would have used a zigzag stitch to sew the elastic in, and then still gone with a straight stitch for that finished edge. But that's part of why you want to stretch it. Allow for that stretch to fit on the mattress and not give you any troubles whatsoever. And past the first elastic. Pull that one. It's so loud. So today we got a bunch of cherry tomatoes from the garden. They didn't last very long though. And a bunch of so we got cherry tomatoes. We got some not quite ripe tomatoes, because my kids decided to help me with my row. We have a contest going on, so the kids each have their own row. And they decided that I didn't know how to pick my tomatoes when they're ripe. And I needed help, of course, then. So they helped me with my tomatoes that weren't quite ripe. Now I know grocery stores pick them not quite ripe, but they taste so much better if they ripen on the vine. So I was a little bit peeved about that. I didn't get all my to-do list done either. I wanted to go to town because my tomatoes are not ripe, but we have plenty of ripe jalapenos and more daily. way too many jalapenos for a family that doesn't eat a lot of spicy. So, I was gonna get some Roma tomatoes, but I didn't because I didn't make it to town. The kids were disobeying, so things took a lot longer. Like I said, it's just straight sewing, just straight lines. That's all it is. People think I'm talented. They go, oh, I could never do that. One of the ladies at my local Joanne Fabric said, oh, I could never make anything. Lady, I just heard you talking about about quilting, and I can't quilt. That's way more intricate than what I'm doing. I'm just hemming. I don't know what you're talking about. She's got way more skill than I have, that's for sure. Probably should have made the stitch a little bit smaller. I'm almost there. One more corner, then we're done. And it sounds like my baby is done too, and she wants to eat. That means I'm going to be done sewing for tonight. So, and we're getting close to this spot where we started. So, I'm going to cut off my little strings here on either side. So we go past those strings. I like to make everything extra secure. When I make sheets, these sheets are gonna last. I'm not gonna have any problems with my sheets like if I bought them from the store. I'm gonna have to fix them. I wanna have to fix them. I'm trying to also hold that fabric really taut because I'm close to that elastic. I don't want it pulled crooked or whatever. But, alright. A little bit past where I started. Hit that back stitch button to tie off a knot onto the string. And I'm going to pull this out. It could, my machine can cut it, but I like to do it myself sometimes. Still have to trim the strings if I have the machine do it, so I might as well just do it myself. And pull that little knot, because it's on the top edge, pull that little knot into the fabric a little bit. And there we have it. A W4 Wonderful Cheat. I'm going to wash this, I'm going to fold it, and I'm going to send it out to my sister-in-law. Have a good night.